take a nap. Okay.
Yep. Say it.
Sometimes, you
Say
have
it.
to just, find time for yourself too, which there is no time for
Mm,
yourself. And then you go through that whole entire day, finally put the baby down, and guess who needs you? Your
your
husband.
husband.
And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Yes, like,
All right. Hey, mamas and everybody else who's watching. Welcome to another episode of Talk About It, Mama. Today I have another opportunity to speak to another mom, who is willing to share how her motherhood journey has been for her. I'm really grateful, appreciative for her to come on. I know for a lot of moms, this is kind of like a sensitive topic, especially when you're talking about it to the public, okay? But like I said, I'm really appreciative of her coming on and wanting to speak about what she has been through. And yeah, I'm gonna let her present herself, tell us a little about her, like her name, her background if she wants, just whatever you're comfortable with sharing on here. So
oh,
go ahead.
okay, sure. Well, hi, my name is Kimberly. My background is Haitian.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll give a little context too about like any of the questions that you do ask me
Yeah.
today. I am 29 years old. Sometimes I almost forget. I'm 29 years old.
Yeah.
I just had well, not just had, but I have a 9-month-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She is my first. And yes, we are, I mean, that's pretty much it for right now.
I hear you. I hear you. So, okay, 9 months in. I thought she was one. So yeah, I thought she was one.
Not yet, please,
I
no.
hear you. We're not rushing it. We're not rushing
I
it.
know, we're not rushed it.
Okay, that's good to know. And the fact that you mentioned that you're Haitian, I know that has probably like a part in how you are like as a person and just how you raise your daughter. We can touch on that like down the line if if it comes up. Um but yeah, like once again, I want to thank you for being able to come on, take time out of your mama schedule.
Yes,
I know you
I
got,
know.
I know you could be doing a lot of things right now, but I really appreciate you for coming
Oh,
on,
thank
like I
you.
said.
Thank you for having me. I'm
No
excited.
worries, no worries. But we're gonna get started. We're gonna go way back to like the beginning of your journey. Like, how long have you been with your husband before you had your daughter? Like, before, how long were you married for?
Yes. So we actually have been married. It's going on 4 years. This month is actually our anniversary.
Okay.
But we have been together since it's going on 11 years, I want to say. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So before, we were married and everything, we were, together,
Mm-hmm.
this is before Holiness. And
Mm-hmm.
afterward, um once we got married, we never were like straight into like we want to have kids or anything like
Yeah.
that. We actually wanted to just be with each other and kind of like fill
Mm-hmm.
out how it is just to be married. So we always had a plan to like have children, of course, but it wasn't something that we wanted to do right away. And it's really funny because I always joked around and I was like, I want to, have a baby at 28. I want to have a baby at 28. And that's exactly when I had a
Yeah.
baby.
Aw.
So yes, and then my husband is also 3 years older than me. So
Okay.
yeah. And then that's another thing, like with me, I actually can share a story as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when it came to like having children, it was like maybe 2 years into being married. I actually started like not feeling well, like in my body and everything like that. And then to the point where like I kind of like, like most of us, like if something is wrong, we don't go to the doctor right away, right? We just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, this is weird, this is weird. But I just kept having like these really sharp pains, like in
Okay.
my body. where it felt like cramping, but it wasn't necessarily in like your stomach area. It was like, lower. So I'm like, what is happening? And it just kept happening to the point where like I couldn't bear the pain anymore.
Wow.
So then I finally went to the doctor, and actually I went to the doctor a few times. I went to the doctor, and then they couldn't find out what was wrong with me. They were just like, oh, it's just growing pains, you're getting older, blah blah.
Mm.
Finally I realized that no, I need to like go to like a gynecologist or something. And then they find out and diagnose me with PCOS. So
Oh.
back before, this is before Holiness or anything, like I'm obviously bawling my eyes out, and I'm just like, because they told me like I could, so the pain that I was feeling was every time, like I basically have a whole bunch of cysts on my ovaries, and every time a cyst would burst, it would
Oh.
create that cramping pain. And so
Okay.
they said that, if you want, it's very like a small chance that like it's going to be hard for you to have children. They didn't
Yeah.
say I couldn't have children. They said it's going to be a hard if you are planning to have children. So of course, me, very sensitive me, I'm crying. I'm very like, no, because I want children.
Mm-hmm.
But even back then, before I came into Holiness, I always like believed in God, and I knew like whenever that time will come, I know that God is gonna give me a baby. I was very upset about the news, but I wasn't like stressed out about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the funny story is coming into Holiness, like a month after coming into Holiness, I get pregnant. Out of
Wow.
like not trying, not planned, nothing, but
Wow.
I'm just saying this because it's like, um, truthfully, before we came into Holiness, there were plenty of times, even probably before marriage, that we could have had a baby, but
Mm-hmm.
the Lord, literally, it was just perfect timing for us.
Exactly.
It was crazy. But
He
yeah.
knew he knew when you were meant to be a mom, and
Yeah,
your husband
for
as well. So,
sure.
and the fact that it's at the time that you said you wanted the kids, like around 28, 29,
Yes. It's
the Lord is good.
yes, absolutely.
That's okay. That's beautiful. That's good to hear that backstory. We're gonna touch on you being in holiness a little bit, in terms of like motherhood aspect. Okay. But now like no, so knowing that you had that 4 year gap from
Yes,
when you
yes.
got married to like having kids, did you do any planning, like self preparation, to becoming a mom, like either mentally, physically? Did you do any of that?
Um, no, I know. Um, I grew up with like nieces and nephews and everything like that. Like I have already like I think it's like four godchildren or something like that. So like I always had like that motherhood like kind of instinct in me.
Yeah.
I took care of a lot of kids growing up, so it's always been, kind of something that I knew I always wanted, and like it
Okay.
just naturally, as far as like even preparation when I was pregnant, there was no preparation because I was
I
sick
hear
all
you.
the time and there was nothing I could do but lay
Yeah,
down.
yeah. And I'm sure a lot of us could relate to that. You
Yes.
know, there's those that like
Like,
prepare themselves, which is good, but there's us that's like we just try,
yes.
we're
And
winging it.
I wanted to be that person. I
Yeah.
wanted to like have everything in line, but truthfully, like I just couldn't like
Yeah. I hear
physically.
you.
I could not.
Okay, so like, and before you had your daughter, did you what was motherhood like to you? Did you have a view on it? Like,
Um, I just thought it was beautiful. I like experiencing it now. It's is different, but
hmm
like still what I imagined. Um,
okay.
but there's like I feel like there's no words for motherhood. I do appreciate like how like people always tell you like you won't know until you have your own kind of thing.
Yep.
So I do appreciate that because I do see that, but
hmm
just looking at it from the outside when I was not a mom, I feel like it was something that I always admired. I always thought there was like
hmm
strength in it. I have sisters. Just being surrounded with my sisters growing up and seeing them
Mm-hmm.
raise their children, my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
everything, like it was always just like I see the strength. I see like just how important and beautiful it is.
That's beautiful. Okay. And like life before your daughter, like how was it for you? Like, were you someone that had a routine, like a schedule? Did you go to the gym? Like, what was it like for you before you had your daughter?
Um, I would always joke around how like free, like I can move. That's the thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can move. I can
Up and go.
yes, I just be out of there. I can do like let me run to the store. Let me run. Like I could always run somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't run no more.
You're running for your daughter. You're running after her.
Exactly. I'm running for her.
Yeah.
Life was very lightweight. I feel like I always have
Mhm.
so much with me now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I gotta bring everything. Um, but that's one thing I do realize. Like I was a very get up and go kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily have so much of a schedule. There was
Okay.
a lot that I mean, like even I kind of stopped working before I
Mm-hmm.
had her, but
Okay.
um even before when I used to work, it was just like I could just move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Did you have like any hobbies before and like
Um, not I'm trying to see how like far before I can go.
mm-hmm.
There's like a lot.
That's
Um,
true, that's true.
I know like I would say not necessarily like majority of my time was either like working
Mm-hmm.
where I had an actual like job that I would go to. I also had my own business where I like to do event planning and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So I could also travel a lot with that job as well, like doing weddings and things like that.
Okay.
Um, but I kind of stopped doing that once yeah, like I would say like a year before she was
Here.
yes.
That makes sense. And
Yeah.
like I know a lot of moms, including myself, like when we have our first child, we go through like a morning sorry, my English is not the best, y'all, sometimes. Y'all probably will realize it. But like a morning phase, is that what it's called? Like where you're like reflecting on your past life. Some like they grieve it, like they're really like
Oh yeah.
getting that depressive. Did you go through that?
Um No. And then like going back to like prepping, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing I kind of prep for because I was scared of postpartum depression because I know
Okay.
that it can come in and like you don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
So I would say that's not necessarily something I prep for, like doing exercises or anything like that, but I
Mm,
was very aware. Like I
that's good.
wanted to be aware of that because I was actually really scared to get that.
That's
So
good.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I didn't go through that. I'm trying to like just learn like of course we have our days like I have
Mm-hmm.
where I'm just like oh my gosh, overwhelmed, like overstimulated, overwhelmed. But I try to like reel myself back like okay, like you have your girl, your daughter,
Mm-hmm.
like you're happy about this, Kim, so let's just be positive, kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. And you feel like the self-awareness was really what kind of maybe helped you to avoid it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful. And now that we're talking about like postpartum depression and stuff, let's touch a bit about like your like the pregnancy birth part if you want. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
perfect. And like so what like your labor birth experience, was it anything like you expected it to be?
No. So one thing I would say is they say have a plan. So the only thing I did stick to, which I'm very happy about, was I did want to go natural. I
Mm-hmm.
knew that it was going to be difficult. I have two older sisters. One has three kids. She did all her three kids natural. One, she's all epidural, you know.
Yeah. Nothing
So
wrong with that.
yeah, exactly. And I have been in the room for both pregnancies, for both my sisters. So I knew like what to expect, but when it's
Okay.
girl body, it's like crazy too. So I knew I wanted to go natural, but it was something that like I had to like not prepare myself, but like throughout my pregnancy, I had a very hard pregnancy. I'm talking like I found out, I remember the day because it was my birthday. I found out the day before my birthday that I was pregnant, May 16th. May 17th, I was sick. Like, and from
Oh,
May 17th to January 16th, when she was born, I was
wow.
sick. Like, throwing up, I threw up every single day.
Jeez.
Like, I'm talking multiple times a day. Like there was not one day that I went through didn't throw up. Acid reflux crazy. All the we can say all the things like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
We're
I
keeping it
mean,
real here.
no, it was terrible. Like I felt no, it was really terrible. Like I felt like I went like I was having an out of body experience for sure.
Okay.
Like I couldn't control my bladder. Like it was
Wow.
becoming a joke at this point because literally like pee on myself randomly, or like as I'm throwing up. So like it was
Yeah. No, that's
so,
relatable. Like the peeing, the
yes,
coughing, and you pissing.
yes. Oh my goodness.
They don't
But
talk about it often, but it's the truth.
it's the truth. Nothing like I took everything as far as like medications, and that's gonna go back to what I was saying about going
Mm-hmm.
natural. So with me not feeling well, of course, when you're going to your you know, your OB, your doctor's appointments and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
they want to prescribe you everything, you know, like this can help with this can help with this. But because I knew I was trying to go natural, I'm trying to, you know, thug it out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, if I can't take this, you know, I have to push a whole baby out with no
Mm-hmm.
medicine, you know? So I'm like, I tried to endure like everything other than heartburn. I took Tums, it didn't
Mm-hmm.
work. I took Pepsid. At this point, it was just like candy. It didn't it wasn't helping.
No,
But
no Haitian remedy?
no Haitian remedy for pregnancy.
What?
They don't seem to be on it. So no, seriously. So um that's what I was trying to say. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to like endure all of the symptoms. It's like she gave me every pregnancy symptom
Mm-hmm.
you can ever think of. I think I had it
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh. So did you enjoy your pregnancy or you hated it? Like it was just get over with.
I did not like it at
Mm-hmm.
all. No, I was so, and it actually that was a letdown for me because
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to be pregnant. I always like dreamed about like first of all, I think
Oh,
pregnant bellies are so cute. Like I
yeah.
just love I just it was something that like I was so excited about. And I'm telling you, like people are like, where were you? Like, like I was gone for almost a year. Literally,
Yeah.
I was gone. I was laid down. I mean, obviously you talk to my family here and
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
I was so out of it and I was ready for
Oh, to be out. I think I remember slightly like I remember like my husband introducing me to you, I guess. We never met in person yet, but
I know.
so he was like we were like communicating a little bit and then you just disappeared and then you were
Oh,
pregnant. So and then you came back and you're like, I'm so sorry, like I'm barely here. Like something like
yes,
that you were
I'm
saying.
barely
Yeah.
alive here. I'm holding on by a
I
thread.
remember that. I was like,
Yes,
oh my gosh, she's probably going through it.
I've never
Aw. So
like
like how did that affect your husband? Like if you can touch on it.
yeah. When they say need to marry, you should have kids with the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. I mean, that has completely like, of course, I love my husband before,
Mm-mm.
but like that really like increase the amount of love that I had for him because I
That's
mean, he was
beautiful.
amazing, honestly. Um, Understanding. I mean, I did not cook anymore. That's how I found out that my husband can cook. I was like,
Wow.
oh, so you do know how to do things.
Hey, shout out to him.
I know. Um,
Oh,
so yeah, he was amazing.
that's
Um,
beautiful.
and I thank God for that because
That's
I don't know how
beautiful.
honestly. And then not being able to work as well, like thank God for him.
So
Seriously.
yeah, that's beautiful. Shout out to him, honestly, for being there for you, in the good and in the bad, you
Yes.
know. And like can you give us two words that best describe that first year of motherhood for you? Aside from happiness, like every time I ask this question, happy, happy, okay, we get it. But
Yeah.
aside from that,
Two words.
mm-hmm.
Um, Adjusting, like
Okay.
adjustment, and I would say like persevere. Like you have to just keep pushing,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. Like through the difficult days. Like you just have to keep on pushing for sure.
That's beautiful. And it just meant I kind of get it, but for those that wondering like what does she mean? Like can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, adjustment is like realizing like your old life, your past life is changing. Like that's not coming back. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't um compare anymore because this is a whole new journey, a whole new life. So just adjusting and like where you are like
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Well
Yeah.
said. Well said. And like for you, the first couple months that your daughter was here, how was it for you mentally? Did you have any hard nights, hard days? Like did she stay up at night? Like tell us a little bit about how that was for you.
Yes. First couple months, first of all, they don't talk about like how the hospital doesn't allow you to sleep. So like you're already sleep deprived from giving birth, and then you come home and then you still can't sleep because you have the baby now.
Yeah.
So I would say like extremely sleep deprived. Like I've never been that tired ever. um and
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to recuperate from that exhaustion, even with your partner helping you because like
Mm-hmm.
you're the main source. You're the I did breastfeed, so it's like no matter like if my husband will, I told him he doesn't have to wake up because there's no point of us both being tired because I need you to get her in the morning.
That's the
So
truth.
like yeah, um I did breastfeed, so it was very difficult. That
Mm-hmm.
alone is like mentally stressful because it's
Mm-hmm.
like if you can't provide this milk, like your baby doesn't eat. And then you also can't stress about the milk because then your body will shut down. So I'm like
Exactly.
trying to trick my mind, like, no, we're fine.
Yeah.
So I can produce, you know, like
Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
yeah. So it was really hard. I would say
Mm-hmm.
the first couple months were really, really hard. Um, but as far as like her sleep,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was every 2 hours. Just
Jeez.
on every 2 hours, wanting to feed, wanting to, and then I did end up pumping
Mm-hmm.
as well, but then you also have to stay on a schedule for pumping as well. So it's a
It
lot.
was a lot. So like you said, every 2 hours she would listen. I thank God I have never experienced that. So I'm actually very curious to know like so every 2 hours she would wake up. Would she like and you feed her like would she stay up for a good minute or go back to sleep? Like how was that? I need to know.
I know. Yes. So in the middle of the night, no,
Mhm.
when she was first born, newborns, they're so perfect. They just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
So, when she was born, she would eat, sleep, repeat. I was exhausted, but I knew like, whatever, I get my 2 hours and then
Yeah.
come back. As she started growing up,
Mm-hmm.
she still wouldn't sleep. I'm literally, I think at 7 months, we're just now on the sleeping.
Okay, wow.
So I've had 3 months or something like that. But she wouldn't sleep. We were up most of the night with her. I think she slept like 4 hours. Like the longest she would sleep was like 4 hours until
Okay.
like recently. Yeah.
Wow. So mentally, Kimberly, like, what did that do to you, to be honest?
Yeah, to be honest, I was drained. I was
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I had days where like I was angry. I would cry. I would
Mm-hmm.
cry literally. Um,
Oh.
I was like literally, it's kind of like you're outside of yourself. I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
how to explain it, but like you're just outside of yourself because this is like it's something you have to do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But it's really hard. It's really draining. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to push through it. But I mean, I was sad.
Yeah.
I was just sad.
I hear you. Like even for me, sometimes, yeah, I did have like those hard nights, like here and
Yeah.
there, and even just a few that I had, to be honest, I'm like, whoa, like
Yeah.
what really kept me going, like during the nights where like sometimes he just would refuse, like just struggle to sleep. Um, what kept me going was literally, I saw a reel where mom was like, listen to some music, um, like if you like have like a headphone that you can put in and just rock your baby to bed, and that kept me going. And also
Uh,
like what helped me was thinking like in the midst of me being in that, like there's literally another mom wherever she's at that's going through that right now, like literally, like so that kept me going to know that like I'm not alone. Um, and yeah, it was really tough. Like you're sitting there, it's nighttime, you want to sleep. And oh, another phrase that also helped me was baby is not giving me a hard time. The baby's having a hard time. So that right there helped me to like like with the anger part. Like sometimes you will
yeah.
be frustrated. So you're like it's not, none towards
Exactly.
the baby. It's just really the baby's having a hard time. So let me do what I gotta do to try to, you know,
Mhm.
help my baby
For
to,
sure.
so that was really the three main thing. And then, of course prayer.
Yeah.
We're not gonna forget prayer.
Yeah.
So
Right. No,
so
100%. Yeah.
so that
Uh,
was really what brought me through. But yeah, like the feelings of feeling frustrated, sad, upset, like did you
yeah.
if you
Anger.
if you
Like you
want
would really get angry. Like
mm-hmm.
seriously, to the point where you're like, okay, I gotta be careful because I have to handle this baby with care. But
Mm-hmm.
really, you just want to like slam things down. Like,
Yeah, like sometimes you have to put that baby, sit down, let it, I don't like to say it. Let the baby cry for a little bit for you to regroup. Like, it's just we gotta talk about it because people like make it seem like it's not normal for you to have those dark thoughts, So it's good to hear that you are real on it, and we're able to share that with us because it really helps moms to know that they're not alone, but you have to be self-aware. Like,
yeah,
you have to be self-aware and control yourself for real because
exactly. For real.
your
Yeah.
baby is not doing nothing to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So it's good that we touched on this. Um, so would you say that was the hardest part this far of motherhood for you, or is there anything else that you're like, oh Lord, help me?
I know, Lord help me. No, I think the hardest part is you don't have time in general, but as a
Mm-hmm.
mother, you really don't have time. I feel like right now, I think every age or season has its own phase. Like
Mm-hmm.
the newborn phase, they call it the newborn trenches for a reason because you're
Mm-hmm.
struggling.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's like when you get the sleep deprivation and everything like that. You start getting older. Thank God we didn't have any problem with teething. Like she did teeth, but we didn't get the no
Yeah,
sleeping
yeah. That's
or anything
beautiful.
like that. So thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you move on from that phase. And then now my phase is I feel like I'm living the same day every day.
Mm,
And I'm trying to get out of that. And I'm trying to find the balance between I have created a schedule which helps me and helps my baby.
mm-hmm.
She is thriving on her schedule. She is sleeping now 11 hours, thank God. Yes, like we have set nap times. Like I know my baby now. Like I know
Yeah.
like if she's fussing, sometimes I'm like telling my husband, I'm like, don't cry at her. She is tired.
Yeah,
Okay. So like, like
that's
we
beautiful.
are good on a schedule, but now that I'm on a routine, I feel like a robot and it's making me crazy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now I'm trying to find ways to like bring not joy because we're happy, of course, but like bring like a little bit of excitement to our day.
Spark,
Yeah,
yeah.
a little I need a little spark because now I'm starting to feel like I'm living the same day and it's really
Mm-hmm.
affecting me like mentally, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look back in like year two and I feel like I've been in the house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
that messes with me. And I would say the only reason why, like, yes, I want to take her out to like the park and things like that, but that's my fault because I am a little scary. And
Okay.
um we do those things when I'm with my husband. I am very like, I don't know.
Is it
It,
because you're a woman and you're by yourself with your daughter?
yes,
Like you feel,
exactly. Like
I
I'm by
hear you.
myself with my daughter. Like when I'm by myself, like I will like don't mess with me. But when I'm with my
Mm-hmm.
kid, like really don't mess with me. Like I
Yeah. Listen, no, I get it. Like
like
I hate going to elevators with my kids by myself. I hate, you gotta look over your shoulder probably, I don't know how many times. I get it, but
I know. I'm trying to find the balance.
uh-huh.
I'm trying to pray on it as well. Like I know like I shouldn't like have fear and be scary or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I know like the world that we live in too. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, ugh, it's really like
So
messing.
do you go to the park with her by yourself or no? Just not.
I haven't. We go to like the grocery store, like
Okay.
errands, we go to Target.
Yeah.
But like
Oh.
yeah, but even those things I'm trying to get out of as well. Like I'm trying to get out of like sometimes I will wait for my husband to like even either come home early. He doesn't have a set schedule. So if
Mm-hmm.
either come home early or be here for me to like run my errands so I can do it myself, not only because doing it without her is faster and easier.
Yeah.
um I want to get out of that too because I know that she wants to get out. Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to be in these four walls all day.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm just, pushing myself like not always being like I know things are easier without the baby, but
Yes.
just bring the baby. Let's go.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's good for your little girl as well to
Yeah,
really to
exactly.
see what you're doing and get used to it.
Sure.
It helps with awareness and just how to
Yeah.
like be in society. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
pray you get to that point, but don't beat yourself up. I totally get what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, there's a lot of moms that feel like that. Like I know a mom, she's like, I'm not going out. We're not
Yeah.
going out. We're not going out. But hey.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe, especially like when they start to become like toddler and like demand, I want to go outside. Like
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
has been a hard part as well for me because I'm like, I like to be at home. I love being at home. Um, but my toddler, he's just like, no, we gonna be outside. So, but I do see like the beauty in being outside, the impact that it has on him and myself. Like, especially when they were like really young. You're crying, you crying, you having a hard time? You having a hard time going to bed? Let's go outside.
Yeah.
So I seen the beauty of it, but what you said is actually really relatable. And now going to like when we're still in like in the beginning stages, did you have any support like family, mama,
Oh, yeah.
cousin? You did?
Yeah, my mom, my sisters, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody was very excited,
yeah.
supportive. Um, they've been waiting. This was like
4 years, 4 years.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, absolutely. My
Okay.
husband's family, absolutely.
That's beautiful. And how has that affected you? Like, tell us.
Um, I mean, everybody was like really happy and like supportive and everything, but I was still like in my own bubble. So it's like,
Okay.
yes, they would check on me, it's like, how are you? Giving you like advice on like, if you're not feeling well. I
Mm-hmm.
I understand the support, but it also is like when you're like in that and like you're not feeling well and things like that, it's like nobody really understands. You can even explain how you're feeling, but nobody really understands.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, it's helpful and I thank God that I had like people checking on me and things like that, but it's also like um when they try to tell you like what to
Mm-hmm.
do to feel better or whatever, it's like I give up. Okay. Like I don't have time.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, if you're comfortable, like, did you, how can I word this? Was it what was the support what you needed? I don't want to, like, would you
Yeah,
have,
like we don't want to discredit them
yeah,
for support.
yeah,
Of
that's
course.
what they could have
100%.
done. Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was it what I needed?
Let me make it more plain. Did you need somebody to like do the dishes? Did you need
No,
somebody to,
I
yeah.
needed somebody to, and it's really hard because not everybody's like this, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's like, don't ask me. Like, you already know, like, what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Don't ask me if I need help. Like, assume I
Mm,
need help. Just
mm,
pop up because I'm not going to ask you for help. I'm not going to be like, yes, can you please? Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm just, and especially like when you're pregnant, you're so emotional. So, like, you're just overthinking
yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can really, like even if somebody doesn't mean to do anything like harmful or say anything harmful, you're already like on
Yeah.
100. So like I think maybe not a lot of people are like that, but for me it's more of like just show up
Yeah.
because
Especially
yeah,
they like you expect them to kind of know you.
yeah,
So no, but once again, we're not talking about this to like down them,
yeah,
especially because this is like it was also their first experience
yes,
as well, trying to support you and in that phase. But I asked this because for especially those that are pregnant or aspire to be or whatever phase you are, like it's okay to like you said, you were not comfortable with like saying it, and which is totally understandable. But for those that are, it's good to like tell people,
yeah,
hey, just set boundaries or like, be vocal with what you need, instead of like going through it and probably
yeah,
making it worse for yourself, if that makes sense. But
for sure.
no, I totally understand what you're saying. But like I said, it's good that you had like your family there to support you in the way that you could
Yes,
during that phase. That's very beautiful because I know some people don't have any at all. Um, so you're a stay-at-home mom, right?
yes.
Okay, so sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Like how what's the struggle of being a stay-at-home mom? Because I feel like a lot of men, not just men, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand, especially when you said earlier, like you don't have a lot of time. They're like, what do you mean you don't like you're home? Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? So explain like how hard is it for you to balance everything that you got to get done, even aside from your daughter? Like, how hard?
It is hard because
Mm-hmm.
although yes, we're home,
Mm-hmm.
um there's still a lot to be done.
Yep.
So I would say I mean, they're just not in. No, there seriously isn't. You have to clean, you have to cook, but
Mm-hmm.
then you have the baby,
Mm-hmm.
right? The baby, it needs to be, handled.
Yes.
It depends on the day. Sometimes your baby's not having a good day,
Mm-hmm.
so they're more needy that day.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter just started learning how to like crawl and pull up on things, and
Oh gosh.
I set up a beautiful little mat with toys and things that keep her interactive. And you know where she is? Under
Mm-hmm.
my feet
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't even move around like I want to. um, and then like I said, I also don't want to like keep her caged up because she's starting to like I want her to, walk and stuff. So I'm not
Exactly.
trying to keep her confined. I want her to go explore and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. Like although it seems so minimal, and then people don't really realize like how much time it actually takes to like make a meal or
Mm-hmm.
cook or I mean obviously make a meal, cook or
Yeah.
clean, or you kind of have to divide the house. It depends if you're just surface cleaning, are you deep cleaning,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's a lot. And with the schedule, it's more like and it's not always just in home. You have to run errands. You have to,
Mm-hmm.
do groceries. You have to find time to take a nap. Okay.
Yep. Say
Sometimes,
it.
you
Say
have
it.
to just, find time for yourself too, which there is no time
Mm.
for yourself. And then you go through that whole entire day, finally put the baby down, and guess who needs you? Your
Your
husband.
husband.
And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Yes, like so
We get it. You see?
it
It's
never ends.
it's it's not that simple, y'all. It's not that simple. And
No.
like, are you like night owl or like early morning?
I used to be a night owl. I still am, but I force myself to go to sleep early because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, my daughter's she's out. 8
Yeah.
p.m. You're done for. So she wakes up every morning at 7 a.m. So now I have to be a early bird. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a night owl, but now like the latest I try to go to sleep at like 11, which is still
Mm-hmm.
late. But if I'm pushing it, yeah, like midnight, like I have to go to sleep because I have to
Yep. It's
and
a
be,
job.
yeah, for
It's a
sure.
and
Yes.
have you had those days where like you wake up and you're just like, not today, bro. Like I don't want to do this. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. There are days where she wakes up early. I go get her. And then it's
I
like
see it in your face already.
I go get her, and I'm telling you, if your baby is in the crawling, moving around, get a playpen. It will
Yeah.
save you. I don't even know why I didn't open this thing earlier. We have a playpen. She has like all her toys. Of course, you make sure nothing is like that she could put in her mouth. I literally get her. She holds her own bottle, thank God. I get
Mm-hmm.
her, I put her in the playpen on her little pillow, give her a
Mm-hmm.
bottle, and I lay down in the bed right next to her. And sometimes I fall asleep. So she's
Yeah.
safe, she is satisfied, and I just can't.
You
And
checked all the boxes.
yes, mommy needs 30 more minutes, an hour,
Yeah,
whatever it is. But if not, I'm not gonna make it. So
exactly. That's the
yeah.
reality of motherhood, y'all. You know, as long as baby's safe, baby's fed, baby's clean, there's
Yes.
nothing wrong with taking a little nap, you know,
Yes.
right beside her.
Yeah.
Um, and on the good side, because I know some people are like, okay, we hear, we get it, it's hard, blah 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 blah. How appreciative are you of being a stay-at-home mom?
Oh, so appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And I thank God. Sometimes I just look back and I'm like, wow, like you actually are listening to me. I thank God. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, I always wanted to get pregnant at 28. But another thing is, I always said when I become a mom, I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That
Okay.
was like my thing. Like I love motherhood. I love
Mm-hmm.
watching mothers. Like that's one thing. I will be on TikTok just watching moms do their thing all day. The
Mm-hmm.
same things that I'm doing, but you know what I mean? Like, but I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And one thing that I do thank God for is that I am able to be a stay-at-home mom because
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine a lot of moms do it. And I am just like, not that I feel for them because some moms want to do it. You know, some moms enjoy going to work or love their job.
Yeah.
I completely understand that. Um, and I love that for them as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I look at like my daughter and
Mm-hmm.
I see how fast she grows. It makes me cry. I'm with her every day and it makes me emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I see how fast she grows. I see like I just couldn't imagine like having to like miss anything. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
anything. Like I want to change the diaper. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like I like or just even passing her off to any it's hard. So
I hear you.
yeah, I thank God and I'm just so grateful. I am so grateful to my husband. I make sure he knows
Mm-hmm.
it all the time. I'm like, please, I don't want to go back. Like, yeah, like I am grateful. I'm so grateful.
That's beautiful. The one time, like I was at the park, I think it was like last week, and a mom, because I'm always at the park, so I guess the neighborhood realized it, and she was like, "You're always at the park." I'm like, "Yes," and she's like, "I don't know how you do it. Like, I can't stand hearing mama, mama. I wouldn't be able to. No, she said I wouldn't be able to like deal with hearing mama, mama every single day, and it was just like, okay, like I didn't know really how to respond to that. And
Like,
she was
I
like,
don't get it, but okay.
yeah, I just didn't know how to respond to that. And she was like, oh, it must like it's easier to go to work and then come home to your kids. And it just shows me like I know like different moms have their different perspective, but in my opinion, I don't know how moms that work, how y'all do it, bro. Like I don't know how y'all do it, because I'm home all day. I'm struggling to get things in order. And then yet you have to work. You have to leave your daughter or your son to, whatever care that they're in. And then that's there's an emotional part that goes with that as well. And
Oh,
then you
for
gotta
sure.
pick them up. You're trying to catch up, trying to like conversate with them to make like, to see how their day went, depending on what age they are, they're at. But it's just I feel like that's a lot.
Yeah,
So it was interesting to hear that perspective, but I'm like,
yeah.
we all have it hard, but just in different ways. But my goodness, like what's the biggest advice you would have for someone who desires to be a mom, and specifically a stay-at-home mom, because that's what you can speak on right now. But what advice do you have?
I would say, that's a good question. As far as like if they're wanting to be a stay-at-home mom,
Mm-hmm.
um, I would say you're only one person
Mm-hmm.
and that not everything is going to get done and to be okay with that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something that I had to learn. Because I know that coming into like this new role, I was always a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, but I was seasoned in my wife role.
Yeah.
Um, and I knew how I liked my house to be ran. Um, and I always, for the most part, was able to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as like, whatever I had planned for my household. But with a baby, that is going to change. And it can change in a great way as well. Like it's not a negative thing that
Yeah.
your life changes, obviously it's a huge, I mean, this is your baby forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Just realizing that not everything is going to get done, and like don't beat yourself up about that, but
Mm-hmm.
to go into it knowing that, like, I had to learn that,
Yeah,
but
same.
go into it knowing that not everything is going to be the same, and not everything's going to get done. There are some
Yeah.
days where I'm like, I want to do this and this, and I get one thing done.
Yep.
That's okay, because you're only one person.
Exactly. And it's beautiful because speaking for myself as well, like I didn't really take that in. And like with my first, it was beautiful. No postpartum depression, nothing. Second boy, I had it because I was just so sad that I couldn't get things done. I was so sad that I wasn't able to wash the dishes at the time that I wanted,
Yeah.
clean. So that really made me spiral. And even though I had, my husband was like, just chill. It was like, it's chill. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I really felt less than because I'm like, oh, I'm not taking off the boxes that I had in my head and what I see on social media of
Exactly.
how to be a homemaker, how to be a stay-at-home mom, and I really had to like literally it was really tough. I might touch on it later down the line, but it was really bad because of for me, like it was because of my own self hyper fixating on that perfect home. The toys used to piss me off. Like like
Yes. No, seriously.
like the toys, I was not prepared for the toy. Like even even today I'm a little bit triggered by some toys. But the
Yeah.
toys, I feel like toys is something that needs to be talked about. Like it needs to have like a whole seminar, like where to
Yeah.
put them,
I
everything.
think that's a good one too. Like, I'm very big on storage because I don't like things
Mm-hmm.
out. Like, in my kitchen, I'm that's my thing. Like, I don't like appliances on my countertops. Like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna put away my toaster. I'm gonna put away my blender. Like, I can't see clutter. So with the toys, I knew that was gonna be a thing, but definitely bins. I need when you're
Mm-hmm.
done.
Put it
Like,
in, yeah.
yeah, like I can't see things, so I get it. I get it.
But that was a tough one, and like I said, it was just really. Also, I'm not gonna lie, like it's easy. I don't know if you can relate, but it's kind of easy to be on your phone when you're a stay-at-home mom. So it's like. And to me, that added to like the overstimulation and the comparing and the this and it was just not a good hole that I went into. So it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. Thank God I got out of it and I had like understanding partner, husband that like was like trying to get me out of it, but I just didn't wanna. I just couldn't really. It wasn't clicking. Um, but yeah, like I know you're a church girl, and that, you're in holiness. So how much of an impact has your walk with God had on your life? Like how you are as a mother. Like
Yeah.
how much has that shaped you as a mom?
It has drastically helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
um because I have somebody that is on my side. Like, I feel like even though I'm having like a hard day,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I ignore it, but I know where to go. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I just have to just pause and
Mm-hmm.
just have that time, like, and like call on the Lord, like, Lord, I need you right now. Or like,
Yeah.
especially screaming or whatever, like, just, Lord, I need you. Like, I know who to go to when I'm having a bad day, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling depressed, when I'm feeling overstimulated. That's one thing. Like,
Yeah.
you've never been overstimulated until you're a mom. Like,
Listen.
I've been overstimulated before, but there's no other overstimulation.
Mm-mm. Plus touched
But
out. Like, have you been touched out before? Like,
touched out. I've been touched out.
yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I have to, yeah, I have to definitely lean on God, like,
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
literally. It's easier said than done. Let's keep it
Yeah,
real. It
for sure.
is.
Yeah, like literally. And that's why I'm saying, like, even when I don't feel like it, because sometimes you don't even feel like praying, you
Mm-hmm.
just want
Yep.
everything to stop and you want to sleep. You just want to, literally, you just want to lay
I just
down.
want to sleep.
Yes, like you just want to just lay down and just forget about everything. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
hear you.
big thing. Yeah, I thank God for that.
That's beautiful. And does that also play in part of like why you want to wake up before your daughter to
Yeah,
fill your cup?
yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That has been my goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard
Mm-hmm.
because that extra sleep feels good, but
Yep.
I also have to realize like if I don't do it before like once she wakes up, the day starts and it just keeps going until she
Yeah.
goes literally. So if I don't and that's what like going back to like there's not enough time, like that's the thing. Like once she's up, it's go time.
Go time.
If she takes a nap, if you get like a good 2 hours, there's something to do in the house.
Yep.
So yeah, it's up to us. We definitely need to put God first and prioritize
Yep.
and get that done. But there is no buts
Mm-hmm. Of
saying.
course.
And
Let's make that clear.
yeah, let's make that clear. There's no
Yeah,
but. Put God first, but um there's so much to do. So
exactly. It's finding that balance and really having grace on yourself.
yes.
And thankful. I'm always thankful that I have a graceful God. Is that how we say it? No.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
always thankful for that. That he understands. But in a
Understand.
perfect world, in your perfect world, in can I call you Kimmy? Kimmy?
Yes.
Yeah, in Kimmy's head, like what kind of mom do you strive to be and want to be as you grow in this journey of motherhood?
Um, a happy mom,
Mm-hmm.
a mom that has patience, um, a mom that like as she continues to grow,
Mm-hmm.
that like is involved. Like I want to be involved in my daughter's life. Like I
Mm-hmm.
want her to like like that's one thing I admire right now. Like she knows her parents. But I want her to like really like know like who her mom is, you know, and
Yeah.
be able to come to me and things like that. Um just someone that is like deeply rooted in God's word where like I'm raising her like the way that God wants me to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, the way that he tells us to, he has
Yeah.
it all written out. So I just, yeah, like to me, when I see that, that's a good mom to me, you know? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
Do you bring your daughter to church?
Oh yeah.
Tell
Oh,
us. We had a we had a whole we had a seminar, if I can call it like that, with mothers in the church in Greensboro, which was much needed.
yes. Yes.
And
Let's
one of I'm gonna
talk
touch on
about
it
it.
a little bit, but one of I stood up I stood up and I asked this question to a mother because I was fed up. It was so hard for me because
Mm.
going to church service alone, I was not prepared for how different it would be mentally with going with your kids. The Especially like when they're small and they don't like they need to go out. You need to go out. You feel like you're missing out.
Mm.
You're you didn't probably sleep good. Baby probably didn't sleep good. Probably didn't eat good. And you want to feed yourself spiritually. You want to be a part of the service. You don't want to like yes, it's thank God for Zoom. Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for the telecast. But it's something different with like being in service, you know? So there's a point like where it was just like I was asking myself like why am I coming? Like why am
Mm,
I coming to service? Like what am I doing? Like it's just why am I getting dressed? Like let me just stay home. Let me just watch it on Zoom. Like I'm going to service. I'm not even hearing what's supposed to, what I'm supposed to hear at that time. Um and I remember like one time I was coming out to service to tend coming out of service to tend to my son, and this mom, she was like crying. She was trying to rock her son to sleep, and she was just crying, and all I could do was like, listen, like it's a phase, like, I was trying to encourage her while I was feeling the same way, but we get it. We get the importance of coming to service. So how has that been for you? You know? Can you relate?
yeah, yeah, you said everything. Honestly, that was my main thing. I'm like, why am I even coming? Literally, I asked myself the same question. Like, of me coming here because I'm in and out, back and forth. Like, but for me, when she was a baby, they were like, oh my God, she's so perfect. I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
she's here. She was
Yeah.
wonderful. I got up, fed her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now that she's
Mm-hmm.
moving around, doing all types of things, um, I I'm not even gonna lie. I literally probably last week, two
Mm-hmm.
weeks. This is recent. This is like what
Yeah.
I'm going through right now. I was becoming depressed. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I just feel we had a lock-in fast. I don't know if you know what
Mm-hmm.
that is, but like
Yeah.
yeah, we had a lock-in fast recently. And that's where I felt like I got my breakthrough because I
Mm.
was so like, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was so like bothered and distraught about it. I was getting so discouraged. It
Yeah.
was taking a toll on me because I felt like I I couldn't focus even
Mm-hmm.
and and that me being not focused in church was like making me not focused in at home when I'm trying to pray, when I'm
Yep.
trying to do my thing because my mind is just so scattered, like I just don't know how to focus anymore, right?
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me. Still is, but thankfully the Lord is kind of helping me get like peace about it now.
Yeah.
Um as far as like her, I'm trying to time it properly now.
Mm-hmm.
So like one, we're thankfully we're never late because my husband is on the safety team, and so we have to get there early anyways. So
Okay.
but as far as like prayer, I try to get at least a good prayer time in before church.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like 30 minutes or something, like I will pass her if I have to pass
Yeah.
her, if I feel like I really need
Yep.
I find a good mother, I find a good sister that
Mm-hmm.
I know if they're not like getting like down to their prayer, like I'm like,
Yeah.
I pass her. Just for like a quick 20 minutes to just focus because
Mm-hmm.
even when she's with me, I have her on the seat, I'm on my knees, and she's trying to pull off my head covering, like doing all sorts of things. So
Yep.
I'm just, and then I try to time it where I'm feeding her right before service. So
Okay.
then I know like through praise and testimony, we're up. But
Mm-hmm.
while we're up, I feel like I'm rocking her a little bit and then she falls asleep on me,
There you go. Yeah.
but she's still gonna wake up during service.
Mm-hmm.
But I go out and I feed her, and thankfully, they have it blasting in the parking lot. So I
Okay.
hear it. But it was starting to take a toll on me. My husband
Mm-hmm.
started recording them for me as well, recording the
Okay.
messages. But yes, I had to tell myself, Kim, it is a phase.
Yep.
And you will be back. But like you said, Zoom, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just not the same. Um,
Mm-mm.
and I remember pregnant, I would stay home and stuff like that because I wasn't feeling well and stuff. And the first day that I got back to the temple after having my baby, I was literally bawling my eyes out because I'm like it's just a different
Yeah,
experience. Like it just
same.
everything, like yeah. So it's
It's
okay.
needed. It's needed to bring your baby to service. But shout out
Yeah.
to that mother that really helped me because she was like another thing I was bothered by. It was like walking and just disturbing. I was putting things in my head like, oh, people gonna be like, why is she up again? But she was like, don't even care about that. Let like if people's talking about why she's up, that let
Yeah.
them talk, and that really encouraged me. And like you said, it's a phase, but man, that phase is just
It's hard because
I was not prepared.
I think like that too.
Uh-huh.
That too. Yeah, the walking, disturbing,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Like during Sunday services, that's one thing. Ushers put me in the back and put me on the
Mm-hmm.
outside.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like I need to
No,
get up. But
exactly.
as far as like Sunday services, I go out like towards the back or whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
not as like disturbing, but like
Yeah.
during the weekday services, I literally had to talk to um the sisterhood to like make sure like I wasn't like messing up the ministers, like because I
Mm.
literally have to walk from the back of the church to the front to get to the fellowship.
Okay, okay.
So I'm
I
like, this is a disturbance. And
Mhm.
I just feel so like as the word is going forth, I'm like, I got my book bag. I got like, you know what I mean? Like it is. But she was just like, don't worry about it. Like you have to do what you have to do. Like, I'm
That's
like,
beautiful.
goodness. This
Sometimes it really be in our head for real.
yeah,
It's
for
really,
sure.
oh, that's beautiful. And I feel like this will also be good for those that, once again, that are preparing for motherhood. Um, Pregnant, new mom is like, listen, we've been there, we get it. And yeah, so before we're gonna conclude soon, I'm not gonna keep you too long. Um, in the years to come, how would you want your daughter to remember? I think we touched on it a little bit, but how would you want your daughter to remember you as their mom? Let's say she's watching this video when she's in her teens or whatever age. What would you want her to remember?
Um, well, yeah, kind of just piggyback on what I said before. Like, I just want her to remember me as I I think a big thing for me is like although like I have my days and things like that, I want her to remember her mom as being like happy, like joyful. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want her to be like, yeah, she was kind of sad, like
Yeah.
I want her to be like my mom had joy, she had like the love of Jesus, like
Yes.
I want her to feel that. So
Yes.
I really try to implement that like throughout our day, like even when I wake her up in the morning, not
Mm-hmm.
wake her up, she's already up. When I come into the room, even if
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired, and that's kind of my thing too, like I try to say, good morning, Kai Kai. Like I
Mm-hmm.
try to bring that excitement, like, yes, we're having a good day.
Yes.
But that also helps her like kind of tell the difference between like it's time to wake up and it's not time to wake up.
Yeah.
Like if she wakes up before it's time, I just go in there. I'm like, shh.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it's time and everything, I'm like, good morning, Kai. Like, so let's wake up. Good morning. We do our prayer together.
That's
Like I
beautiful.
have her do her like little morning prayer or whatever. And like I just want her to have joy because that is what
Mm-hmm.
Jesus gives us. And I just want her to feel that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And like have a very, very beautiful and positive impact on her,
Mhm.
um which is always the goal. Like you don't want to rub off the negative mood on your daughter. You want her to really feel that. It's really just finding that balance on how you're impacting your child with your own emotions, that I feel like a lot of us really are striving to like
Yeah.
perfect.
For sure.
And another thing is like when you fail as a mom, to
Mm,
apologize to your kid, even if the baby doesn't really understand. Um
I
I
like
feel
that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, another question. I'm sorry, I said we was gonna conclude. Do you have mom friends?
Yes and no. So I have. I don't even know how that's a yes or no.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you saying? Keep on explaining.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Okay, so obviously I have my sisters. I have
Mm-hmm.
um, two friends outside of Holiness.
Yeah.
One that is not a mom yet, but
Mm-hmm.
one that I still keep in touch with. She is a mom,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And then my church sisters,
Yeah.
right? I feel like that's a whole nother topic because yes, I have sisters that have children that like we connect and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, like absolutely, but that's a whole nother conversation as far as like how hard it is in holiness.
Yeah. Yeah,
um
for sure.
I feel like that's another thing that I've kind of been struggling with because it's like I feel like you get close to people, but then it's like
Mm-hmm.
you don't get too close. So it's like,
So,
yes, I have people that are mothers, but it's like
mm-hmm.
I
It's
do
not that
feel
deep.
like I'm lacking where I don't have somebody where like I can be like, yo, Kylie is driving me up the wall
Yeah.
that day. I don't have somebody that I can like just go to and like express that. And I feel like I am missing that. So yes, it is very hard to raise my child
Yeah,
in
because I was gonna ask, like,
having the support of like spiritual sisters.
mm-hmm. No,
Yeah.
I hear you. Um, and like I said, the reason why I was gonna ask is because I feel like a lot of, from what I've seen and my own personal experience, a lot of us desire like that experience of like just
Yeah.
having
It's
someone to
very
just
lonely. I
exactly.
I have to pray about it, and my husband be like, "You have me." I'm like, "Okay."
It's different.
Yeah, it's
It's di
different, but okay.
and that, so would you say that's an advice that you also will have for moms that are, or not moms, for especially women that are not moms yet to like have possibly that village? Does that
Mm,
make sense?
yeah.
Like be
Because I
especially in
do
holiness.
believe it takes a village to raise
Mm-hmm.
children. I do believe that. But the thing is, being in holiness, like your village, like, and can I say this too? Like, yes, I understand that we're holy people. We all are trying to live by the word, right?
Yeah,
Like that. But just because you're in holiness doesn't necessarily mean like I trust you with my daughter.
for
Like that's
sure,
my
for sure.
kid. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, I have people that I would say trust, obviously, if
Mm-hmm.
I put my kid in your hands. Yes, I have
Yeah.
mothers, I have sisters, if I have to run to the bathroom, if I have to run to the car,
Yeah.
like that. But it's like, this is still my child. So, like, as far as like, yes, I feel like we have to get to that point. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I can't get to that point with someone unless we have that relationship, like
Of
we have to
course.
build that relationship where maybe even like me and my husband were talking about like, dates and stuff like that. Like we haven't had that many date nights as far as
Mm-hmm.
since having her because of like where does she go? Yes, we would love to keep her in
Yeah.
holiness, but it's like we haven't created that
That,
relationship with people
yep.
where like I'm comfortable with leaving my baby,
Mm-hmm.
so
I relate. I relate. Even like when I first had my second, what did I just say? When I first had my
yeah.
when I had my second, I don't know if that made sense, but like there were sisters, they were like, oh, we can come over, and watch the baby for you to sleep and just cook some meals, which I truly appreciated. But personally for me, I like I listened and I expressed that like, I appreciate the thought of that, but it's hard to do so if we didn't build on that relationship before,
Yeah.
because once again, it's my baby.
Yeah.
Um, and like we live in a whole different generation. Um, So I don't know if that it does a disservice to us sometimes to
I
like
know. It's like, and don't get me wrong, like
mm-hmm.
it's not that I don't trust them. Like
Mm-mm.
it's not that I don't trust them or anything. It's more of like I know my kid. So like if
Yeah.
something happens, like I know how to move. I know how to be quick. I know like God forbid. God
Yeah.
forbid you just can't give my baby back. You just
Mm-mm.
can't. So like that's my concern. It's not that I don't think
Exactly.
you're gonna be kind to her or like go
Yeah.
and have fun with her. Like I believe that. I believe that you love her. Kylie is like the popular baby at
Mm-hmm.
our temple, you know, like they
Yeah.
love her and I do believe they do love her, and I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm just saying as far as like it's me as a mom,
Exactly.
like, my brain, I can't leave her like knowing that she may something, so I don't know. So it's also like, yeah, building on that relationship, you
Mm-hmm.
coming over while me still being here, like me seeing how you are with my kid when, like, it's
Yeah.
there's a lot that has to go into it. But I
Exactly.
do like, just going back to like the actual question, like, yes, I
Mm-hmm.
do definitely crave that. I think it's something that is very difficult, something I'm having trouble with.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. I've only been in Holiness. We're going on.
Exactly. That has a part in it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening up on that. It's once
Yeah.
again, it's a lot of it is us, kinda, but like taking our time as well is really. I feel like taking our time really just goes into everything as with being a mom. With taking our time with people in our surrounding, with ourselves, with our child. Um, Motherhood is deep, y'all. It's deep. It's deep, and this is why I have these conversations.
You hear
Talk
her now?
about, pardon, if I hear her, you need to
Yeah.
tend to her.
Yeah. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
no worries. Go, go, go. All right. So to finish off, this is my last question, and I think you touched on it a little bit. I like to add this question for those that are married, but what would you tell your husband, in terms of like appreciation, um, and after that question, in terms of those that has supported you, especially during that postpartum experience, as best as they could.
Yes. To my hubby.
Mm.
I am just so thankful, like so thankful. It really truly showed like what kind of man that he truly is. Not only like, I always like was so proud of my husband, like,
Mm-hmm.
or like, that's one thing. I've always been obsessed with my
You
husband.
were like the my
Yeah.
man, my man, my man
Yeah,
type.
I was always that girl, but like now it's
Yeah.
like definitely like my man. Like I know who I have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for him. There's not like one thing. I've heard of stories of like how pregnancy kind of shows you who your partner is. And
Yeah.
like, even like, I first of all, I can't imagine anyone having to do it alone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That breaks my heart. But to have him like just show up but show out is like,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So
That's
I'm just so grateful. I just
and
love him.
for those that like supported you in the best that they could, what would you tell them?
I am very grateful. Like I understand. I feel like for me,
Mm-hmm.
um, I know it could have been I know it could have been more, but it was on me. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it was on my communication. It was also on where I was at the time, like as far as like holiness as well. Like I'm brand new. Everything is new around me. So I'm
Yes.
very, I don't even know myself. I don't know what I
Mm-hmm.
want. I don't know anything. So like it was definitely on me. So I'm very grateful for even having a support system. It's a huge deal. And even though I felt alone, I feel
Yes.
like I know at the end of the day there are people that I can call on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
if I push myself. So um I know that I wasn't alone. So I'm very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Just last question. For like, if you can touch on this, I know it might be a touchy topic for. I listen. I know I said this is gonna be the last question, but there's so much I wanna. We can talk
Oh,
about. Last question. Last question for real. Like, if you can talk about you having your mom, has the way she raised you, or just like, forget even just like the religion aspect, like your belief. Has it had an impact on the way you are as a mom, towards your daughter? Can you see that or no?
I would say yes. Absolutely. My mom having four girls, it
Mm-hmm.
just made us a very close-knit family.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for me, I was always the mommy's girl. Like I'm always there. Like we
Yeah.
are all there for my mom, but like I'm always like the one that would like sleep with her and like
Okay.
like stay with her. Like I'm very like sensitive when it comes to my mom, like
Okay.
my mom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So absolutely. I definitely feel like it has had an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Even in yeah, even just growing up, and even though like yes, we're in holiness, there are definitely things that I want to take from my growing up,
Yeah.
put that in my daughter as well, because I mean I do like who I became. So so like there are good things for sure.
Perfect. That's a beautiful thing because I know some people have it different. So I just wanted to hear from your side, um, because you stated that your mom was there. Um, so yes, y'all, this, like I said, it's my last question. So this concludes this episode of Talk About It, Mama. I really enjoyed the conversation. Did you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Got
Perfect.
a lot off my chest. I don't get to
Yeah.
talk. Yes. Or I'm
That's
always talking to a baby. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
talk to
beautiful.
adults.
We went deep, but it's
Yeah.
still a lot
It
that could have
went
been.
deeper. Yeah, we
Yeah,
would
yeah.
really need a whole few hours.
Exactly. But yeah, so thank you for watching, everybody. And that concludes.